All right, everybody, we're live again. Don't Know Diaries, page 10. Again, you can always follow the Instagram. That's at Don't Know Podcast. We also got a Facebook page. YouTube is on there now. Don't Know Diaries. This will be up shortly after this is over. I just wanted to touch base today on everything that's been going on, with the quarantine and the corona and all this craziness that's going on nowadays. And it's been tough. It's been like I want to say like 3 weeks now, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. We're gonna still be quarantined. Everything's crazy out there. There's people biting people. There's fucking people hitting old people now because they don't want to give up the toilet paper. But whatever it is, whatever it may be, we have to stay strong. We can't let this get the best of us. I know a lot of us ain't going to school now, and we're over here playing with our balls, not knowing what to do, but we have to, we just have to keep busy and keep our sanity right now. Keep yourself busy, do a puzzle, draw. There's whatever you didn't want to do or whatever you wanted to do. Maybe you wanted to, I don't know, draw a dog. Maybe you wanted to go try this new art piece. You wanted to watch this new Netflix series. You want to do whatever you want to do. As long as it's inside, as long as you're quarantined, we all should be good. And at least for right now, you're not sick. But up there's no people in the mountains. Nobody wants to fucking work out now. But anyways, I just wanted to touch base today on what's going on. Uh, we have seen a lot of craziness over this COVID, coronavirus, whatever you want to call it, and mostly it's been bad, right? Mostly it's been people beating up people, and honestly, I hate to say this, but I have seen a lot of people who are showing the symptoms going out and trying to live their best life right now. That's not the time to do that. Now's the time to fucking stay home. You've been complaining about not coming home. Now you gotta stay home. Now you have no choice, and that's how it has to be for a while, at least till this blows over. And you're sitting here telling me, oh, well, I'm not sick, so I'm not feeling any symptoms. Like, I don't need to stay home. Yeah, the fuck you do. There's This ain't about us right now. We're all young, we're healthy. This ain't about us. This is about all the old people out there, all the autoimmune people. And at least for right now, we can't be going outside. We can't be doing it. We can't. Just the essentials, guys. Just the essentials. If you need to go out, just the essentials. You know, I think everybody now is doing a pretty good job, as it should be. But again, I see a lot of people going out to clubs still and doing some dumb shit that they shouldn't be doing in the first place. I mean, you had your whole time to do that before this happened, and now you're gonna start doing it. Like, what the fuck? You had all this time to go out and party and live out your best life, and now you choose to. But stay home. We gotta stay healthy. Eat your vegetables. Mom told you to eat your vegetables. Uh, and the funny thing about this to me is that all those panic buyers, they decided to go for the toilet paper and the water. Like, first, let's talk about the water, because the panic buyers screwed everybody over. They got it wasn't the panic buyers, it was the people who try to buy before the panic buyers, if that makes sense. But they got everybody riled up. They started scaring everybody, and in turn, that has wasted that ruined it for everybody. And not only not just the water, a whole bunch of people buying face masks. We don't The fucking clinics don't have face masks no more. They have like a 2 week supply now or something like that. Uh, Again, just be mindful, everybody. Right now, this isn't the time to be all about you. If I believe that this is either gonna make or break us, because now we see that we weren't ready for something like this. I mean, nobody was. If you tell me, oh yeah, I've been preparing for this, hell no, you weren't preparing for this. And again, Utah just had a recent earthquake, a pretty good one, and um, Nobody was killed, thank God. But uh, again, right now is just not the good time to be out there partying. And if you have any symptoms, if you're feeling sick, just stay home. Don't go out. Don't do anything. A while ago, I was reading about how all these corona cases have stemmed from um, China, and China, they actually were in full quarantine mode. None of them were leaving their house, and it seemed to have worked, right? It seemed that uh, China has how do you call it? China has let everybody be free now. Everybody can roam the streets, but they still got to keep that 6 feet apart distance or whatever. But we have to learn from them, right? Quarantine does work. So there's people out there who are going to partying, who are fucking just being stupid throughout this whole thing. And for what? Like just for 3 seconds because you were bored? There's no need to do that right now. You just got to stay home, be in quarantine, do whatever you want to do. And, and sadly, the in China, uh, the I don't know if this is true or not, but supposedly where it stemmed from was bats, right? And I don't know if you guys have heard of the Wuhan wet markets. And the wet markets is basically like a swap meet sort of thing where it's just out in the street and everybody can buy what they want. But they have so many exotic animals. They have fucking tigers. They're all in cages. They have dogs, cats, on top of ferrets, on top of chickens, on top of I don't know, fucking bulls, dragons. They have everything. But the thing that got it was the fucking bats. And you're sitting here telling me like asking me like why are they eating bats? Well, here's the thing in China, there's not a lot of resources or enough food to get around. All they have to do is fish. And they're fishing the fuck out of that ocean. So there's no way we're going to be able to feed everybody in China without getting a couple exports here and there of wild game. And of course, people have to eat to survive, so that's why they're eating all these crazy shit like bats, rabbits, dragons, whatever it is. And you know, just now they recently reopened those wet markets. So apparently, we didn't learn our fucking lesson. And right now, New York has it bad. Los Angeles has it bad. Um, and you know what kind of bugs me? It really bugs me actually that when the like the first couple of days that Los Angeles went on full quarantine mode, full lockdown, the moment that happened, everybody went to the fucking beach. The cops had to pull everybody out of that beach and they said, "Hey, go home." Like what the fuck? I get it, it's going to be empty, but still, if it's not about you. Remember, it's not about us young people. It's not about it's not about us who work out, do our thing. Even if you're not showing symptoms, there's proven that you could be asymptomatic, which is when you have the virus, but you can't but you don't have any symptoms, right? So either way, we still I right now I think everybody has it. Everybody's been exposed to it. Everybody's breathed it in. Everybody's coughed it out. So now it's just a waiting game, right, to see who has it and who doesn't. But my point is, right now we just have to stay home. We have to be in quarantine. We have to look out for others right now. We can't be out there. We can't be doing what we used to do at least for a while. Once things clear up and once things have passed through, then we can go back to our regular lives. And who knows if they'll be normal after this because nobody has gone through this. Like the last thing that was big was something like this was like what is that called? Like the Spanish flu. And a lot of people, a lot of us are waiting for checks, are waiting for maybe our jobs got laid off trying to find a job. And yeah, it may be hard out there, but I promise you that if you go out and go to your local shop, especially stores right now, stores are hiring. You go to the store, here's my application, boom, you're hired. Go stock shelves. If that's what you have to do to survive, I understand. But for right now, everybody else who's well off, who can at least chill out for a little bit, enjoy these days. I mean, just don't go outside, be just business as usual. We just have to ride this out. We can't go crazy right now, you know? We can't. Right now is going to be a hard time for mental issues right now because you're just stuck at home all day. And to that I have to say, like, really all you have to do is find something to keep you busy every day. Whether that's 20 jumping jacks, fine, you did 20 jumping jacks. You fucking earned that day. But besides that, like, go on a walk somewhere where there's not going to be a lot of people, you know? Go on somewhere where it's going to be far away up in the mountains, and even if you don't have that kind of resource, that kind of time, you could do 20 jumping jacks. There's nothing to do nowadays. All you have to do is stay home. Trust me, if you do 20 jumping jacks every day, or 20 push-ups, 10 push-ups, 5, whatever it may be, whatever you can do, that will just make you feel that much better. That'll make you feel like, hey, at least I did something today. And then hopefully that'll lead to more activities that you can do inside. I mean, if you weren't a good artist then, maybe by the end of this you become a good artist. Or I don't know, if you have a laptop, spend all day on the internet right now. That's all there is to do right now. For those nerd geeks who just are on the video games all day, right now must be heaven. But again, we just have to stay home. And I did want to talk about the earthquake too. Uh, it was I've never been in an earthquake before that one, the Utah earthquake, and uh, for anyone watching this outside of it, it started like in Magna, and then I think it was like a 6.7, I think, something like that. And to me, that was a pretty good one. That was a pretty big one, and there wasn't a lot of like collateral damage. There was some buildings. Right now, where I'm living, nothing really happened. Nothing major happened. But sorry, excuse me. I want to talk about the earthquake because that day of the earthquake. Um, I think that was a major wake up call for us because at least here in Utah, we haven't had many things like that. But ever since that day, I feel like a lot of people are in like this kind of like anxious. How do you say anxious? Maybe they're kind of shook, whatever it may be. But I feel like a lot of people are kind of tense nowadays, and I think that's good and bad because that keeps you ready for what may be. But then again, you don't always have to be scared of things. I mean, nobody expected that earthquake. There were no predictions. There was no research done on that earthquake that was about to happen. But um, again, first we got hit with that coronavirus, and then we got hit with the earthquake. That was a lot for some people. And my own mother, she's still pretty shook up about it. She doesn't feel very comfortable anymore. Um, and again, we're looking out for the old people now. I don't know if you guys have seen videos where there's old people like just going out trying to buy some toilet paper, and some fucking asshole just comes up and snatches that toilet paper, and they start fighting with the old men or old women, whatever they may be. Why are we hitting old men? Like what the fuck? And then even it got so bad that even stores had to open up early, like an hour early before they actually opened, just for old people. And I was talking to my mother about that, and I made a joke where everyone as a kid we like went to a buffet, right? We went to a buffet and we were like, and when we got to the buffet, they're like, "Oh, here we have two kids. One of them's 7, the other one's 11." Meanwhile, the kids were fucking 14 and 15. And as a kid, you were always like, "What? I'm not 7. I'm 14, 15." But anyway, I was talking to my mom, and then she brought it up to me. She was like, "Hey, did you know that stores are opening earlier now for the old men and then for the old people?" And I was like, no, I didn't know that. And she's like, set. She's 50, 55. So she's like, damn, Saturday I couldn't make that cutoff date. And I was like, well, how about this? I'll take you, and then I'll be like, oh no, she's 60, and then you could be in the back saying, no, no, I'm 55, just like how they used to be. And that's what we have to do now. Just get your essentials, go home, be quarantined. There's not a lot we should be doing right now. Now's not the time to be out there. And and it's crazy to me how people who show symptoms and are sick, they still want to go out and do things. And I mean, I understand, like, you've been entrapped in your house all day and everything, but again, it's not about you. It's not just because you don't get sick doesn't mean that you're not going to touch a doorknob or sneeze on someone that has an autoimmune disease and isn't going to get it. So we just have to be mindful of others nowadays. And like I said, this is either going to make or break us. We can't, right now, all we have to do is try to stay busy. We have to uh, try and not let our mind fall into that dark place where everybody can go. Now, I know there's a lot of people depressed out there. I lost my job. The earthquake destroyed my house. I don't know what to do for next month. Again, the soup. If you go to a local market, they're always going to be hiring right now, especially. Uh, some of us are waiting for that stimulus check, that 1,200 check that we're getting from the government. But I mean, if if you had plans, like, I don't know, maybe you were gonna be, right now was the time for you to get ready for your next basketball game, or right now was the time to uh right now was the time for you to be dancing, right now was the time for you to be practicing your sport, practicing your art, practicing your craft, whatever it may be, that has to slow down for a bit right now, sadly. Right now, you we can't do a lot of things that we've wanted to do, and maybe it messed up our plans, but that doesn't mean that you can't come up with other plans while this is happening. We're all going to get through this. We're all going to get by. But that means that some of us are going to have to struggle more than others, and right now all we have to do, and all we can do really, is just help each other out. Now's not the time to be a fucking asshole to everybody. Now's not the time to fucking shut your door on a Mormon's face, at least. I mean, yeah, actually, you could shut them on their face in case they got that Wuhan breath. Don't let them breathe on you. But besides that, if you see somebody in the supermarket, an old person just getting jumped over some fucking piece of toilet paper, help out, man. Right now's not the time to be like that. And right now, what we have to do is try to stay healthy. Uh, again, light jog. If there's a trail by your house, go. Um, Early in the morning or late afternoon when no one's around. Try not to go to big supermarkets. Those everybody's been there, everybody's touched things, so try not to go there. Wash your hands. And a whole bunch of people, they'd be wearing those masks, right? Like, if that wasn't gonna do anything. If you touch corona, you're gonna get corona. And again, some people are asymptomatic, so maybe they don't feel it, and they don't show any symptoms, but you're still gonna get it. So again, just do what. Right now is not the time to be an idiot. Right now is the time to have common sense. Basically, wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. I've read this thing where it said like over 60% of men don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom. Like, I mean, can you believe that? Can you understand how nasty that is? I don't know one man who doesn't fucking jack it. So imagine just the fucking filth you have from going to the bathroom. And not only your germs, there's other people's germs in there. They don't wash that bathroom every day. But anyways, wash your hands. Just basically have common sense for now. And then for all those people who aren't going to school and everything like that, you have friends. You have friends. Even if you don't have friends, you have a fucking friend. You got a classmate or two that you can talk to. And I I know it sucks having homework over this quarantine. I mean, maybe that's the only thing that keeps you busy, but at least there's that. You know, we have to appreciate everything we have right now. There's no there's no room for crying right now. There's no room for pity right now. We just have to be smart, stay healthy. Uh, for all those people going to school, I don't think, in my opinion, unless you were a complete fucking failure, had all F's and everything, for seniors, just give them their fucking high school diploma. There's not gonna be no prom no more. Sorry about that, but still, who the fuck cares about prom? It's not even that good. You're all cramped there, sweating. You're gonna get corona anyways. Just forget prom. People are looking at prom. Make me prom king. Make me prom queen. Fuck that shit. So you want to be prom king. You want to be prom king. You're gonna fucking end up being corona king, corona queen. So, in my opinion, I unless you were a failure, I think they should just give you the diploma and call it good. I mean, I wish I had like 4 months return to my life from the time I graduated. Shit, I would love that, but it's not gonna happen. And for those students out there, appreciate it at least that right now, if you were failing at school, now's the time to catch up because assignments aren't gonna be that hard since they were all online and everything. And again, just stay safe, everybody. Stay healthy. Uh, this was gonna be a short little podcast today, nice and sweet. There's no guests today. Sadly, I don't want anybody getting anything, catching anything. So again, if you want to follow the Instagram, that's at Don't Know Podcast. Stay safe, everyone. Wash your hands. Have common sense. Uh, have common sense. Wash your hands. Hand sanitizer. If you want, you could buy one of those masks. But again, we have to be mindful of others right now. Now's not the time to. Right now is not the time to be selfish. We have to share right now. So again, I'm gonna end this a little early. This will be up on YouTube. Don't Know Diaries. Again, stay safe, everybody. Have a good day.